Welcome, low ego action heroes. This is Debbie Levitt from deltacx.com. We're a full service CX and UX consultancy. And hey, we do projects, training, and consulting, and we're always looking for more to do. So please get in touch if you, oh, hold on. I'm missing on screen topics. Hello, Solomon and Elvina. Hold on. Comments. Oh, it's being grumpy. Let's try again. Let's see if I can get it to work. There we go. Hopefully it'll come up now. Welcome. This is episode 31 of our Think Out Loud series. So this will be archived in the Think Out Loud playlist on YouTube. Ada, I knew you'd be here. Hey, did you go to the Epica concert? I want to know. Hi, Melanie. I really hope to be seeing you this coming weekend. Hey, David. I'm happy to see you here too. Wow, it's the peeps. So welcome. This is a special episode of Think Out Loud. Usually you send things in here on deltacx.com/links. And you send me a real or fake project, and I show you how I would plan generative early research for it. And then we sometimes do a little design, pretending that we've done the research and we have good evidence and knowledge, and we're going to try to design something. This time we're taking a different approach. It's going to be a different type of show, so you can request whatever you like when you send things in. I'm making this one up. I don't know how many of you are in the process of reading my new book, Customers Know You Suck, but I've got a whole bunch of new models in here, new techniques and approaches and actionable things that you can try, and so we're going to do some of them today. Now, of course, there's a little bit of pretending in here because we're going to pretend that we work at a company and we've got a real project, and then we're going to have to pretend that we did some research, which of course we're not, but we're in real life, we're going to make sure that research happens, right? Yes. Hi, Credence. Good to see you again. Hey, Nadu, it's been a while. How have you been? So that's what we're going to do, which means get ready. Eventually, I'm going to give you a URL, and you're going to join me in a Miro board, and we're going to do some exercises that are in the book. I think they're mostly in chapter 18, if anybody wants to skip ahead, and we're going to kind of put them together and show you how you can use this at your job. So first, let's start with some domain knowledge. As you can see from the words above my head, we're going to do a fake project around Priority Pass. If you have read page 1 of my book, then you know that I start telling a story about Priority Pass, which is a real service, and I am a customer. And so we're going to use that as an example. Since Priority Pass is a little bit of a recurring theme throughout the book, I use them in a few places as a good and bad example. So we're going to use them as a little test driving thing today. So you're going to pretend that we're all going to pretend we work for Priority Pass. We don't. I have nothing to do with them. I would love to help them out, but that doesn't exist. So first, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to give y'all some domain knowledge about Priority Pass, because first we want to make sure everybody knows a little bit about them so that we understand our fake project and how we're going to approach it. So let me press this button and I hope that shares my screen. Super. And let me check that it turns off the comments. Okay, cool. So, hey, Sophie, good to see you. By the way, Sophie's looking for some developers. If anybody knows some great developers, get in touch with Sophie. Sophie, let everybody know who you're looking for. So Priority Pass is kind of a subscription service. Okay, yeah, I hope, yes, we hope Priority Pass is watching for sure. I've had mostly good experiences with them, but in the book, I use a bad experience with them as an example of how we can do better. So we're going to work around that one today. So Priority Pass is a membership or subscription service where if you pay for it, so you can see that there's some different tiers here, you get access to the lounges, or sometimes called business lounges, in airports. If you've ever been in an airport, and it's possible that some of you haven't, you've probably seen signs saying that there's a business lounge, or in some airports an American Express lounge, or in the UK a number 1 lounge. Hey, Catalin. Am I pronouncing your name okay? I'm making it up. So this is a subscription service where, I couldn't make it to Epica. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sure Epica will be back. Oh, are you an Epica fan? I'm going to be karaokeing a lot of Epica at my wedding this weekend. So I will be doing Essence of Silence, Skeleton Key, and possibly Abyss of Time. What do you think? Okay, so sorry, Priority Pass. So an interesting thing about Priority Pass, and I talk about this on page 1 of the book, is that I get Priority Pass for free because I have an American Express card where, as a perk or benefit of having this American Express card, I get a free Priority Pass membership or subscription. That means that there is some sort of link between American Express and Priority Pass. So American Express tells Priority Pass, hey, here's Debbie's American Express credit card number. Oh no, the storm is passing over again. I hope I don't lose internet. Everybody, please be patient with me if my internet is funky. So what happened, and the story I tell at the beginning of the book, is that my American Express at one point got stolen. So they had to give me a new card, which meant a different number. And what happened was American Express didn't communicate that to Priority Pass. What happened was Priority Pass saw an American Express card that didn't exist anymore, and they closed my account. So when I went to contact them some months ago and thinking, 2023, I think the world's going to be a little bit more open. I'm probably going to travel. I'd love to be in some business lounges if I can. Sure, privilege, but I would still like to take advantage of that. And they were like, what are you talking about? Your account's closed. And I said, no, my card number changed. There was no way for me to log in and change my own card number. There was no way for them to communicate with American Express and get my new card number. That meant that the system not only closed my account, but if you know the story from the beginning of the book, it created a new account for me with my new American Express card number. It closed my old account, but it really didn't tell me this. So here I was trying to log into my old account. I don't know what's going on. I have to call customer support. Long story short, she explains it to me. So this is the problem that we're going to work on today. Now, again, being a customer of Priority Pass, there could be other things that we could talk about. I'm sure Sophie could tell us other things that Priority Pass could include. I'm sure she could write other problem statements for them. But just to remain focused, we're going to look at the pain point and the use case of Priority Pass has a relationship with, say, American Express or another credit card. But if that credit card number changes, the account doesn't update. What ends up happening is the account becomes closed. A new account is opened for the new credit card number, but the user doesn't necessarily know this. I then had to call customer support, and they had to walk me through finishing the setup of the new account, which I never should have had to do. Good song choices. Hope they make it to the other channel. I hope so too. Is this making sense to everybody? I know if you're not familiar with Priority Pass, you might be trying to make sense of what I'm saying. So let me know if this seems to make sense, this problem statement of this credit card changing and the system not understanding that, closing an account, unnecessarily creating a new account, and causing a lot of work for both me and customer support. So, hi, Joel. So, which probably has a more Dutch pronunciation. I apologize. So let me know if you have any questions about Priority Pass and the specific pain point we're going to be talking about today. Okay, Elvina says it's pretty clear. I'm open to other reactions there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a problem statement that I wrote for the purpose of the book. Now, again, as the book points out, you might write a problem statement. You might then do some research, and then you might rewrite your problem statement because the research might help you learn enough that you realize your problem statement wasn't completely accurate. This is something that's done in service design. It's something that we should do in CX and UX. So don't be afraid to write a problem statement that then gets updated and improved later when you have more knowledge and evidence. So here I'm pretending that we have a good problem statement because we know some things, but that's where we will start. So I'm going to go to a Miro board. You're going to join me there, but please don't put any stickies on the page yet. You don't even know what we're doing. So to join the Miro board, you can go to deltacx.link, which is my URL shortener, /thinkoutloud01. I'll paste it in the YouTube chat, and let's see if that works. Solomon says, had a similar issue with a payment system I worked on where we never established communication with the payment processor and the payment system on a scheduled payment flow. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this problem is uncommon. You can find some variations of it. Again, please don't put any stickies on the board yet. I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do. So first, let's talk about the problem statement that I wrote for the purposes of the book. And again, it may be a good or bad problem statement, but hypothetically, we would improve on it after doing research and learning more about that problem so that it's not just Debbie's experience. Obviously, here we're just going from my experience on the assumption that other people have struggled with this as well. When a customer's credit card expires, Priority Pass closes their account. We, and I'm pretending Priority Pass is we, I'm pretending we work there, so that's we create a new account for the new credit card, but the account isn't active until the customer gets a code from support staff. Yes, the woman had to give me a code that I had to go to the website or app and put in to finish completing my account. So notice that that is a pain point within a pain point. Our system does not automatically update credit card information, nor do we offer a way for the user to update their credit card information. Imagine if I could have logged in and said, my credit card number changed because my card got stolen. Let me just update my account. Don't close one and open another. This creates frustration for customers and taxes our customer support teams who currently walk people through setting up the half-created Priority Pass account. So again, that's the problem statement I'm starting with, but remember, we might find that this isn't the best problem statement. We would want to do some research. Now remember, in today's episode, we are role-playing. We're pretending we work for Priority Pass. We're pretending we have internal knowledge about their system and how things work. We are pretending we're teammates. We're guessing and we're making it up. So obviously, in your real job, you don't want to guess or make it up, but we have to do that for the purposes of our lessons and role-playing here. So if we move over a little bit on the board, you will see, and by the way, you can get a copy of all of these boards blank at cxcc.to/Miro. So if you are a Miro user and you would like a copy of all of the boards that I reference in my new book, they are there, and you can make your own copies of them and use them in your own meetings and workshops and exercises. So now we're going to take a look at the Delta CX Impact Map, which I discuss in Chapter 18 of Customers Know You Suck, and I talk about how it is my different variation of an impact map. Very often an impact map is what is the business trying to achieve, and what impact does that have, and what do we think we can make people do to achieve the business's goal? I'm twisting that around to make it more customer-centric. So to walk through what I've pre-made this for you, I'm starting with the problem from the perspective of the customer, not from the perspective of the business. And the problem is my Priority Pass account was closed when my credit card expired, which of course led to other problems. Now, next, I'm looking at what are the root causes, or at least what are my best hypotheses or understanding of what causes that. You don't want to just say something like, well, that's the way we built it. No, what's really, if we peel away that onion, what's really going on here? So first of all, in the Priority Pass system, there is a one-to-one relationship between an account and a card. Every Priority Pass only has one credit card. I can't add a second one, at least last time I looked. So that is obviously a blocker and a root cause right there. If we could add more cards to an account, then we wouldn't have to close someone's account when the credit card expires. They'd be able to add a new card to the account because the account can handle multiple cards. What's another root cause of this problem? Well, American Express doesn't seem to have a path to communication that says, hey, you have an existing relationship with Debbie, her credit card number just changed. Let us give you the updated one. I do find that Google has that. So for example, if I've put my credit card into Google, card gets stolen and American Express updates it, very often Google Wallet automatically updates. So there's an integration there that is really nice. That is not happening with Priority Pass, but because I've seen it happen somewhere else, I believe it can exist. Ooh, that sounds like hail. I really hope we're going to make it through this show today. Thanks to everybody for your patience. What's another root cause of this problem? The card can't be updated in the account. Since the card can't be updated and the card's no longer good, the account closes. So again, I'm saying these are causes of this problem. And then of course I put type something here in case any of you see another, again, potential. We're a little bit guessing right now. What is another potential root cause of this? Don't worry about the other rows in this map yet. We'll get there next. Can anybody think of anything else that seems to be a root cause of Priority Pass closing the account when they see the credit card as expiring? Let's see if anybody, again, we're guessing, I know. In real life, it would be great if we had the data and research, could be quantitative, qualitative, both. That would help us know what the root causes truly are. For now, until we do our research, we might be guessing. But let's make sure we're peeling away that onion and getting to the inside of it to not just look at the easy outside and go, well, yeah, we closed the account because that's the way we built the system. Get to that core of that onion and take a look at what's really going on that made this happen. Anybody have any guesses they want to add here? Elvina says, what about technical constraints? Yeah, that's always possible. Maybe the card can't be updated because of this one-to-one relationship. Somebody built a database that can only handle one card for one account. So I think that might be covered here. Solomon says, what about lack of notice to customers so they can rectify the issue ahead of time? Solomon, I thought of that too, but then I realized the customer can't rectify the issue because the system only allows one card per one account, and when your card expires, your thing is toast. So I think that's something that's going to have to be fixed later. And in fact, I mentioned that in the book, that once you do address these root causes and fix the customer's problem, you will need to create some new communications systems or emails or notifications that let people know they can fix this themselves. Right now, I can't fix this myself because the root causes block it. So sending me a notification might not have helped this. I mean, it would be a band-aid in a sense, because until we fix the root causes, we would say, Dear Debbie, we closed your account. We opened you another one. Go set it up. Ugh, that's not really a fix. So I think you're on the right track, but I think you're many steps ahead of us. Okay, we'll see if anybody else has anything else, but until they do, let's take a look at the next row. This row of the Delta CX impact map says, what are the impacts to the business? Elvina says they're aware of the credit card expiry date. Right, but in this case, my card was stolen, and so it didn't matter that it expired sometime in the future. That card was canceled immediately. So they obviously knew that the card got canceled or closed or terminated